Hi, welcome to another video in the 52 book project series. The book I read this week was a fiction book by Gabrielle Zavine, and the name of the book was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I saw a movie that was based on another book by this author, and it was also the most recommended Goodreads fiction book last year. And I I thought I'd explore what this book was about and why um, so many people reviewed it so positively. So the book is about the two main characters, Sam and Sadie, meet at university. They both go to Ivy League universities. They both have different backgrounds. Sadie is from a more affluent background, and Sam is Korean American, and they meet when they're children, but also reconnect in university and eventually end up designing a video game together. And the book is about uh, a close bond that develops between three friends, including Sam and Sadie, and another person, Marks. And it's about how the success of that initial game affects their lives. And it's really here are some things I learned from this book. Firstly, how games reflect um, reality, and in this book, a lot of the characters that these designers created in their games um, had traits that were very similar to some of the things that the main characters in the book had. Their motivations, their hopes, their fears, their ambitions, and it made me think about my interest and curiosity for games growing up. How sometimes I found a safe space in games because it was not always very comfortable in the real world. And I think games can be a simulation for real life. And um, I think you can play different kinds of games. They can be adventure, action, sports, and even open world games, allow you to create your own world. I've recently been playing a lot of Nintendo Switch and reconnected my love for games, but this book got me thinking about video game design a lot. The second thing this book got me thinking about was the changing nature of love, especially in a relationship where you are not exactly a couple, but you develop a lot of affection for each other by being in the same place um, for a long period of time. And I think it's really important to understand that your expectations from a relationship, from especially an intimate one with a partner, can evolve and change as you grow older. And I saw that happening with the main characters in this book. And it was something that made me think about this idea of love and how it adapts with age as well. The third thing I want to talk about was relationships you have at work with your professional colleagues, and those are relationships that also add a lot of value to your life, and you can build or get a lot of comfort and security from these relationships. And because you spend so much time at work, you really do um, depend and rely on these people. And I think there are spaces where you can be vulnerable and open with the people you work with, and also um, add value to their life, and it works vice versa. I think the narrative style in this book was also very engaging, and that's the fourth thing I'd like to talk about. Gabriel Zavine is someone that really understands human psychology and is able to really give you a good understanding of how people think and why we think about things in a certain way. There were several passages that I highlighted and noted down, um, especially things related to um, some of the main characters' own personal life experiences. For instance, one of the characters went through um, an, an early accident in their life, and that basically created a lot of insecurities that affected a lot of their future decisions in their life. So it gets you thinking about how there is a chronological pattern in how people think over time, and it is often connected to things that have happened with that individual in the past. Um, Finally, I think one of the things I really enjoyed with this book was that I listened to it in the audio format, and I loved how the creators of the audiobook enacted the voices of these different characters. I think listening to audiobooks is a great way to engage with a written work, and it's something that I highly recommend with this book. And yeah, this is my review of this book, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabriel Zavine. And I hope you continue to watch this series and do subscribe to the channel, but do share book recommendations um, with me on Goodreads or here on YouTube. Thank you so much.